Riverdale. It's a town without a zip code.
How are you guys going to be putting a modern twist on such a classic, iconic comic book?
Well, luckily that wasn't my job. That was what Roberto Aguirre Sacasa has done so well. And he just, in maintaining the integrity of the original characters, but bringing them with a lot of sophistication into the 21st century. They got 21st century problems. They got 21st century relationship. It's very modern.
Now talk to me about your character. How does he compare to other characters you've played in the past?
I think on some ways this character is the closest one to me that I've ever played, because he's a guy that loves his kid and wants the best thing for him, and that's really all he's about. That's kind of what I'm about.
You're a great kid, Arch. Really, get out there, have a good time.
What I'm so excited about with Riverdale is I feel like it's going to introduce a brand new generation to these classic characters.
Absolutely.
Were you a comic fan? Did you read the Archie comics?
Yes, I did. I've always been a huge comic fan. And what happened many times is when you would go to buy like Luke Cage or one of the other ones that you wanted, they would sell them in a 3-pack, and Archie would be in the middle. Right, and I would always get the Archie, and I would read that too. And then after a while, I found myself looking for the Archies. So I love all these characters, known them a long time, and these guys got a great take on them.
All right, burning question: Betty or Veronica?
You'd have to flip a coin. I mean, you're getting ready to meet both of them, and you'll see what I mean. You would have to flip a coin.
But when you were younger, who?
Oh, when I was younger, it was a Veronica thing when I was a kid. Yeah, I liked Ronnie Lodge. What can I say?
Tell me more.
I don't think I've been more excited about a new show. This is going to be awesome. How are you feeling right now? What can we expect from Riverdale?
We are feeling really good right now. We just got to see the pilot last week.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I got giddy. I was like a 14-year-old all over again.
Right.
I mean, it was amazing to see something that we had, we'd seen the script back in November, and so to see it finally in front of us was like surreal. It was crazy. It was amazing.
It's a whole other world. It's like it's
cinematic. It's not the Archie that you see in the comics. Definitely not.
I was going to say, all right, so we're reintroducing Archie to a brand new generation. Talk to me about who you guys are playing and how you're putting a new twist on that classic character.
Well, Veronica in the comics, she's, the spoiled rich girl who just does what she wants, and there's definitely that element to her in the pilot, but Veronica's trying to be a good girl in the show, and she's struggling with that inner conflict, so I think people are going to appreciate that.
And judging by that red hair, I think we all know who you're playing.
I'm playing Archie Andrews, and I guess after the summer he comes back to school a bit more buff, probably attracting girls that he probably wasn't attracting before, and he's got a lot of options after the summer. I think we see him struggling to, as a kid, decide, make some decisions, and
Into a man, right?
exactly,
Right.
turning into a man.
Talk to me, girl.
I'm Betty Cooper. Betty is the kind, forgiving girl next door, but, in this new modern CW revival of Riverdale, she is struggling with her perfect little image, and she, there's cracks on the surface of all of these characters, and unlike the comic books, you get to see the dark side of these characters, which makes the whole show, it has a darker tone and a darker mood than the comic books.
Love it. Who is fangirling over Luke Perry being cast in your show?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he's literally the nicest human being you could ever meet in your life, and that's not it's for real.
He's the dad on set. He really feels like he just brings us all in and always is giving us the best advice.
We're so lucky to have him. Honestly,
He's a veteran.
so lucky.
He went through all of this,
He's been through it all, so I mean, we just he's amazing.
Best of times.
We gotta talk.
Yeah, we do.
You're stepping into some of the most iconic comic book shoes ever.
I know.
Playing Jughead.
Fan favorite, too. Jughead's really the fan favorite. I'm honored. I am.
When you were auditioning for this role, what was going through your mind?
When I was auditioning for this role, sweat, anxiety, tears, long nights alone with a tub of ice cream. I didn't really know if I wanted to get back into acting, and it kind of fell into my lap, and with such an iconic character, I feel like I'm really hitting the ground running again as fast as possible. So I'm excited. I come from a pretty big comic book background myself. I used to work at Meltdown over in Hollywood. It's a huge comic shop, so I was a little nervous.
Yeah?
Representing a comic book character is touchy because I know when the comic books I love get messed around with in media, I get incendiary quick. I wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing. I wanted to make sure I was appealing to the actual fans of the comic series, but it's a lot to take in. I'm excited though. I think we really hit a good place with this Jughead.
All right, and what can we expect from Riverdale? 15 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Set, go.
Old Archie comic book adaptation. We're changing. We're trying to make it a little more modern, a little more gritty. We're taking off a series within the actual digest in which Jughead was a kind of sleuth, a detective. It's more mysterious now. We're definitely taking off that mystery narrative from some of the Archie comics, but we're keeping the fundamental teen drama basis, the love triangle, all that. Jughead's still sardonic, sarcastic. He's that kind of character. So we're trying to keep it new, fresh, while dealing with characters that are from the 40s and 50s. So.
Nailed it. Awesome. So excited for you.
We're never gonna drop out.